All right, somebody asked me if Uyghurs are being taught their language in school. This is your favorite half Chinese, and this is a school in Xinjiang somewhere. And let's go and watch it. I have to do it in pieces because of the copyright. Anyway, it's a fun video.
你们好，我们是来自香港的，
是来自香港的，我是姚嘉儿，我平常也是一个老师。
我叫王颖君，你们好。你们好。我们教你们英文好不好？你们要教我们维语好不好？
So what she did there was she introduced herself. She's from Hong Kong and she comes there to teach them English. And wait, it's mainland China, right? She comes there to force these people to learn English, and because everything is forced in China, right? And also, now you know how ridiculous it sounds. And also, she is saying, I come here to teach you English, is that okay? Are you going to teach me Uyghur language? That's literally what she said. Let's listen again for the people who do understand it. Yeah, is it okay if I come and teach you English? Will you teach me Uyghur language? It's kind of odd to ask this in a country which supposedly not allowing Uyghurs to talk their language in school, which is essentially a state business, right?
那谢谢怎么讲呢 ？Ragmat， 不对啊，怎么说 ？Ragmat。
You see? So she's learning their names, which are obviously Uyghur names, as you heard. And yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, I wanted to show a couple of things in this video. As you can see here on the right, under and above the tiger, you see this kind of language. That is not typical Chinese language. That is actually Uyghur language. So you can clearly see that it is real Uyghur language what people are learning in school. Now I have here on the building, as you can see, this is the school building, but you see the Uyghur language is always on top of the Chinese language. And the reason for that is very simple, because it is by law that in predominantly by other ethnic cultures in China places, that their language has to be on top of the national language, which is Mandarin, right? Or the Chinese character. And here you see it. This is a total different than what we have in the West. In the West, we don't know these kind of things. We only know our language because we have to be dominant. And sometimes they do add some Chinese characters in a Chinatown, but first must be the Dutch. That's in our country. But here you can see clearly it is that they are writing that, right?
語言係文化嘅載體，遺族小朋友細細個就喺學校好有系統咁學習自己民族嘅語言。
They're studying also the Uyghur language. And I really, really hope that people will start to open their eyes and do your own research instead of just accepting whatever they are telling you. China isn't as bad as that you think it is. It's actually quite a good country. But I leave it up to you to decide it. I again showed you that also the Uyghur people are being taught their own language in school. Now, not many countries are doing that for their other ethnic cultures that are living in their country. And the Uyghurs are not a real big group, but at least the state is making efforts that their own culture and their own language will be preserved by teaching it, right? And that is why it's so heartbreaking for a lot of Chinese people when we are being vilified by mainly Western people, but also the non-Western people living in the Western sphere of propaganda, so to say. And saying all these kind of nasty things like, oh, you need to, they are erasing their language, because this story is actually being used as evidence of Uyghurs, their culture being erased by China, because this is what they are saying constantly. They're not allowed to speak their language. They're not being taught their language. Well, first of all, when you are an ethnic group in another nation, or in a country which is predominantly speaking another language, it's very normal that you learn that language in school, right? But they're also learning English, compulsory. Everything there is compulsory in school. They're learning their Uyghur language, they're learning Mandarin Chinese, and they're learning English. It's compulsory. But nobody in the West has a problem with them learning English, but they do have a problem with them learning Chinese in China. What is it that you want from these people? You know, if they speak Mandarin, how easy it is for them to go all through China and do all sorts of business and better their lives and better their living standards. You don't like that for these people? Just something to think about. It's the most normal thing. In the Netherlands, if you are coming here, you will not get a permit to stay unless you speak Dutch. You literally are forced to speak Dutch, otherwise you will not get your permit to stay. Very simple. Yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to show and get over this whole narrative of Uyghurs are not allowed to speak their language. It's very obvious that it is, and it's also being taught in school. It's funny that we have this little video to prove it. And if you want to see the entire video, please go ahead. I didn't want to show the whole video because of the music on the background. I know there's no copyright music on it, but yeah, sometimes it's doing a little bit difficult, especially on TikTok. Anyway, this was your favorite half Chinese. I hope you enjoyed the effort and that I made to show you this. And that was it. Your favorite half Chinese. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of it. Did you notice? How is your view now? And all that fun stuff, and also like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.